so hot. It's getting hot in here.
Did you see the TMZ thing where they were filming Blake Lively and Justin, whatever his name is, and they didn't know that they were mic'd and they were talking.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah. She didn't seem insulted at all.
She didn't seem like she thought it was a creeper.
No.
She's like, and then she mentioned about his
Yep.
nose.
Shh. Make sure everything's recording.
Hot mic.
We're 30 seconds out. And recording.
God dang, we look good.
Okay, here we go. Stand by.
Oh wait, that was just testing my breath, make sure. I did have a good date last night.
I knew it.
Shut up.
We go 3, 2. Nope.
Psych.
3, 2.
Camera.
Welcome to another episode of Girl Talk Live at 5. I'm Elizabeth Vargas, your host.
I'm Frances Cardun.
Tiffany Soursby.
Keith Maximilian.
We have an exciting show for you this week. Every Monday, we are going to be streaming from the studio in Orange County, California, live to you to give you the latest and greatest tea, the tea that you need. We're going to give you updates on anything social when it comes to a little pop culture, a little drama, a little love, a little escape. We're also going to give you some updates on real estate, what's happening now with the fires in Los Angeles, where everybody's moving, what everybody's doing. We're going to give you some updates on our local community, what, our new mayor's doing. We got a new mayor, Joe Stapleton. We love you. Thank you for cleaning our, keeping our city safe. We're also going to kind of just talk local love, dating, gossip, and we all want to know what Tiffany's doing with her date life these days.
Yes, we do.
Mom's the word.
Tiffany just went to Mammoth, so we might dive into
There's
that.
good video from there.
We don't know, but we have some new faces in the group today. We're going to be switching it up a little bit this season, live at 5 on Mondays, and then we're going to be doing our post-production, which will be released on Fridays. So Mondays will be live, and Fridays will be Girl Talk tea time. So let's just dive right into it. This week's special sponsor is brought to you by Vitabar. Made with with no seed oil. Hi, Austin. Vitabar. Have you tried Vitabar today?
I actually have. I just ate one earlier. Very good.
Yeah. It tastes moist, I think. Anyway, brought to you by Vitamin Bar. We've all tasted it. We love you. We love you, Austin. We're giving you some perks today. Thank you for being a part of our Girl Talk Live. But let's dive right into the show. We're starting off with local news, and Frances here, she is a local celebrity. She's with Coldwell Banker, and she's won awards 5 years in a row, which is called the Ellie Award.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Basically, it's an award for the top, say, 10% of the real estate professionals.
Okay.
And it has to do with how much real estate you sell, which is you have to be, selling quite a bit.
Yeah.
But you also your branding and your marketing, like how much YouTube things do you do, how many postings do you do, how many followers.
What's your analytics look like?
Yes. Yes.
So you have to be awesome.
Well, kinda.
You can't just be like, I'm an agent. You're like, I'm an awesome agent.
Like,
Actually, you're a
Coachella
real estate-
party.
I know, right?
You're a real estate advisor.
Advisor.
Yes,
That's right.
you
Not
do.
just a realtor, but a real estate advisor.
But don't you like the term realtor? I thought you said you liked it.
No.
Oh, you don't?
So it was like,
I think that's like 1980.
right?
Realtor.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
It's not even hard to say.
Yeah.
Realtor.
Yeah.
Realtor. Realtor.
I'm a realtor.
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 Yeah.
That's kind of a Midwest thing. I'm a realtor.
I'm realtor.
You know, I feel bad for the realtors.
Realtor-
In the Midwest, they're selling $100,000 properties. They're never going to have the volume that we have out here.
It's so wrong.
No,
It's so wrong.
So give us the scoop. What's going on in Orange County? We got a little bullet point here, but let's talk about the reservoirs. Let's talk about the fires. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's good to know their reservoirs are full, so it won't be in the same situation that Los Angeles had. I think what's great is Stapleton, the new mayor. He has some great programs. One's called the Friendly Center, and so he's helping people with displaced homes, get them acclimated to Newport Beach, because that's people who live in Palisades. This is kind of be their natural move because it's very similar to Palisades.
So
The schools-
Palisades demographic you think will move to Orange County?
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
Joe Stapleton, did you hear
Yes,
that?
yes.
Prepare for the storm.
Yes, but what's great is he's already started this sort of a welcome wagon to people that are
Oh.
coming here, because even though we're very similar to Pacific Palisades, it's a little bit different culture here, right?
Yeah.
And so just like,
Get it slightly.
just slightly. So I love the program that he has called the Friendly Center, where he's like
Friendly Center.
The Friendly Center, and he actually had this for his first meeting at the Oasis Senior Citizens Home.
Okay.
And then they have the environmental emergency fund that they put together for people who are displaced, because everyone thinks everyone in Pacific Palisades is rich. Well, not necessarily. And so when they're displaced, they might not be able to afford, paying
Right.
their taxes or paying.
No, they're pretty rich.
Well, no, but
Minimum homes for it at 4.5.
well, it's actually, you know what? And I just realized it's actually 3.6 million is the average price of a home here and in Pacific
Right.
Palisades. But there's people that have been there for 30, 40
True,
years.
that's true.
They don't have a mortgage. They're paying their taxes.
Yeah, taxes are low.
The taxes are low. So now they're like, what am I going to do? So there's programs to help people like that. Which
So
I think
Orange
is
County
great.
stepped up to the plate.
Absolutely.
Stapleton's our new mayor.
Yeah.
Welcome, Joe Stapleton. Woo! Mayor O'Neill, we love you too. Mayor O'Neill just became
Yeah,
the
President of Orange County.
Orange
Republican.
County Republican Party.
Yep.
So he stepped on and moved on and upwards. And now we have Stapleton, who's keeping Orange County moving smoothly as far as just the security and the safety of our community, but also helping communities up in Los Angeles
Yeah.
transition.
Yes.
So that's what you're talking about
Yes,
right now.
Yes.
Newport would never have the same problem that LA had. I think Newport is so in tune with their logistics.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like way more in tune. Like fire, police, they actually care.
Yeah.
Like,
But we're
Yeah.
smaller than Los Angeles.
true,
County. Big
100%
time.
true, but
We're like a
they-
little community, and they're like a huge.
Yeah, but they were
massive
saying
city.
that the Pacific Palisades has spent $550 million a year in taxes, and that's a lot of money for infrastructure, that
Perfect,
they
yeah.
didn't provide.
That they didn't provide. Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about, Bass. Like, seriously, like she went on vacation when she was warned.
Well, it was Africa. I mean, why would you come home from Africa when your city's burning
I know,
down?
but she was actually warned before she took off.
She was in the plane. She
was-
could have came back.
She could have came back. And the fact that she didn't do that.
Yeah. Did you see the interview she was in the jetway, and they said, "Did you found out that this was happening? Why didn't you come back?" She just sat there like what? Like
She's like,
say
Kamala,
something.
she's like a Kamala Harris. She didn't really answer. She's like, oh, I don't know.
Well, but you also have to. Okay, so I'm going to play devil's advocate because I understand like a lot of leaders go out of town, they get these free trips, they get to really represent Los Angeles, and I probably trying to do something good by representing California.
No, that's not, the fact that she went is not the problem. The problem is that the fire started.
Right.
They told her about it.
They told her about
she
it.
should have turned right back
Oh,
around.
the
Right.
fire
She went to
started
the
and she
event.
was on an airplane.
Well,
Yeah, so
they
she
had-
stayed in the event in
right.
Africa.
I
Yes.
did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. She didn't come back right away.
Caviar better have been good.
Oh man. I don't think it's caviar.
I mean, just think about it. If she would have said, okay, let's turn back, let's get fire station, firehouse, whatever, sheriff's there, whatever, prepared,
Right.
they weren't.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like it's after the fact.
So we're live, and I want to thank everybody who donated last week. We went live for the first time on a whim with Girl Talk Live because we saw that there was a need to put a video out there that shared resources for everybody to donate to, like the Pasadena Animal Shelter. There's the fire departments have so many. If you go to any of their Instagrams or their web pages, you can go there and you can find resources to donate, or where you can bring food, water, where there's housing, where there's pretty much anything that you could need. The resources are on the it was the Los Angeles Fire Department
Yeah.
and Newport Beach Fire Department. As far as what you can do to help right now, there are so many people displaced right now, but I was told that there's a lot of price gouging going on right now. You're in real estate, you're an Uber professional. What, isn't that illegal for people to price gouge with their rentals right now?
Yeah, it is, and actually they're making it. They're creating a law right now that you can't price over 10%. But
Over
that's
10%?
Over 10%. But so what we're finding is if you
They're making that law, but the law doesn't exist yet.
they're actually making it because
I thought there was a 3%.
No,
law.
but there is a law, but it's not as.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah, so they're doing 10%. But so you'll see houses that were on the market, say in October, and they've been sitting on the market forever. And then now for rentals and for resale. So now they were selling it for 2.5 million. And then now they're like, oh, now we want to sell it for 3.5 million. Or we were renting it for 12,000 a month. Well, now we're going to rent it for 20,000 a month. That's ridiculous.
Wow.
That's taking advantage of people's, hardship.
Yeah.
You know, which
I took my homes off the rental market for 30 days, and I'm at 6 families, 11. I mean, I'm at dogs, cats, animals, and I'm exhausted, and I can't do enough. And I feel like just even putting a few families, it's still only a tiny dent. And I can't imagine, and there's nowhere to put the people once they're at your houses. There's nowhere for them to go afterwards.
Well, I mean, they should have done something with the hotels, right? Where it's
yeah.
some sort of
Hotels.
deal where like their hotels are going to be paid for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
right?
Well, that's what insurance companies used to do, is they'd just put people in
Right.
hotels.
Well, they still
years.
do.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Yeah.
it's still. I mean, like assuming that they're covered with insurance, right?
Yeah.
Well, what's great is you have people like businesses like Living Spaces, what they're doing for rental people that have lost their homes, that are renting, because a lot of times they're not furnished. So what Living Spaces is doing is they're donating all their furniture to these homes, so that you feel like at least, not only do you lose your home, but now at least you have a place to stay and feel comfortable while you're trying to.
Did you hear that? So she was saying that Living Spaces, for anybody watching this, is donating
They're
furniture?
donating furniture. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You have to be qualified. So there's a certain amount.
So you have to
Or just
lost
walk in
your
and grab it. You mean?
yeah.
Well, I do need a new couch.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the looters.
Oh God.
Okay, so someone,
Now, they talk about increased penalty. They should increase 10 times the penalties during a natural disaster if you're taking advantage.
So who's
Well, it's like
monitoring this? There's-
manslaughter.
They defunded their police.
So you have the National Guard. That was
So
called
there's a
out.
National Guard there. Because so tell us what you did.
So I'm in the California State Guard. So
You're in the California
we provide,
State Guard.
We provide support to the National Guard guys. And so, yeah, we had set up command centers and stuff like that during that time for them.
Yeah.
But they were up there just kind of trying to scare away the looters.
Are they 24/7?
Yeah, the National Guard was out there 24/7.
Wow.
Are they still up there right now, you think?
I think so. I don't know. I haven't checked yet.
I mean, are these people, is everybody that lost their homes responsible for the looters stealing? Because there's not enough police. There's no way there's enough police to maintain this. Is
Well,
this
it's not the looter. It's the evacuation orders. It's not the burnt down houses they're worried about. It's the one that there's no people. They were evacuated, told to leave their house. There's no one in the neighborhood. So then the looters go and rob houses that are there, right? Not that are burnt down.
Wow.
So yeah, it's kind of that's such a disrespectful. That's such a. They should just have the penalties of the yin yang for that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, California is in big trouble because now they're talking lawsuits with the city. Who's the famous couple?
It's Spencer and Heidi.
Spencer and
Heidi?
Yeah, they're starting their first lawsuit.
Yeah, that'll be a
for, like,
class
the
action
water.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this earlier, but we're live now. So
We can have everyone. Everyone's going to join that.
Well, if they win, I mean, then there's a big problem because
it's like they have. I mean, the state's gonna have to fight that, but it's like, how are you gonna fight negligence by that fire hydrants
Right.
not working?
Right.
Like,
Right.
That's just like, well, I didn't do it. They're all pointing at each other. It's like kindergartners that ate the last cookie. I didn't do it.
yeah, I just think that if you're going to donate to the Los Angeles fires, make sure it's legitimate. Go to the Los Angeles Fire Department website. Go off those links. Don't go to GoFundMe's. Don't do any of that. I know that there's animal shelters that are legitimate, but they're also located on the fire department's websites, the police department's websites, like legitimate websites. Don't just have someone send you a link on Instagram that tells you a story about, their animal that's missing, because there's a lot of crap going on right now about all that. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more. Let's back it up to Orange County a little bit. Guess who's going on trial right now? The people that murdered the lady in Fashion Island.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Right.
So what do you guys think about that?
Well, I don't even really know much about that.
it's a really sad story because it was a couple from New Zealand. They were here
Yeah.
on
Visiting, yeah.
vacation, and then this happens. It's like, yeah,
They were in there. They robbed and then they rolled it. They ran over him in the car.
ran over the woman, right, in front of her husband. It's
Yeah.
so sad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think as far as just California in general, to the rest of the world, we must look like a laughing stock to everybody.
The robbing and the burglaries are like,
Newport Beach is the safest city in all of California.
So Self-Made,
Or
which is
one
a
of
big
them.
gym chain out here, Miguel Aguilar, who's the owner of Self-Made, he was a big influencer, like big ripped out, you know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
Big ripped out guy, and he was really just sober, just always gave motivational speeches, and everyone loved him. And the problem was he was in LA. He had a house in LA too, and him and his wife and his kids were out somewhere, and 4 guys followed him back to his house in LA. And he's always wearing like bling bling watches and stuff, but he's got nice cars. He's always showing the cars and stuff. So they follow him back to his house, and they robbed him, like him and his wife, and he ended up getting shot in the face, which is horrible.
He would have seemed like someone to me that would have been like concealed carry, protect.
He shot one of the guys.
Okay.
When they were like they were coming out in front of his wife and kids, and like literally just a month ago they had to pull him off life support.
Yeah, he didn't.
So it's
live.
really sad. But it just shows, and they got they caught all of them.
Yeah.
But it just shows that, I mean, just like
The
over what?
desperation
Like,
of people
yeah, I mean,
these days. Yeah.
I mean, to in the midday, in broad daylight, like this, not even at night, just followed him home, like just got out of the car and confronted him. So
I mean,
it happens all the time in
All
LA
the time.
though.
Yeah. So you know what they're doing? My friend, she lives in Brentwood, and she was actually robbed. What they're doing is at these department stores, they're putting those little tags in the
You
woman's.
can speak up.
Oh, they're putting little tags in the women's purses. So when they leave the department store, the people have like a little tag, and they follow them.
It's like a GPS,
Like a
air
GPS,
tag.
those little air
They
tags.
should have
It
that.
shows up on your phone. It says you're being followed.
No, but there's probably
No.
a separate.
Oh,
setup.
Yeah.
A more advanced tag or something that doesn't alert you.
That seems like that would be logical, right?
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I mean, you can't even, you go to the department store thinking I'm just going to shop a little bit, and somebody in the department store just putting it in your purse, and you're going home.
You see, but then you see the two people that got arrested in Orange County, and they're like, "We thought you just let us go," and they're like, "Not in Orange County, we don't."
Yeah. They're like, wait, and then the one lady's like,
Petty
yeah, you're in
theft.
the
Yeah.
wrong,
Yeah.
you're in the wrong,
You're the wrong
district.
neighborhood.
She had like school, she's a criminal, she's arrested. She told the other guys, yeah, not in this area. But I mean, ultimately, I just feel for the Los Angeles residents because, they pay serious taxes too, just like we do in Orange County. I mean, luckily we didn't defund our police or our first responders or anything. And, God willing, we have our group here that keeps us safe because I feel really safe here.
Yeah.
But those who was it, the Oppenheimer guy went on today begging the Los Angeles to refund their police because his friend just got robbed.
How is that not common sense? Like I don't get that. Like what did they think was gonna happen?
Well, apparently he called 911 and it was taking hours.
2 days.
2 days to come down.
Days to get to the
I'm
house.
sorry, we can't help you. It's going to be 2 days. I'd be like,
Hang tight. We'll be there in 48 hours.
that's when residents are going to start taking matters into their own hands. It's going to be like a militia here soon. I'm serious.
It
Like,
will.
yeah,
It
will
will.
be. It's like, I want a gun. No, it's like,
Hey, as gun sales
seriously,
increase.
like-
That's
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see how, and this is going to be a big California discussion today because we obviously live in California. We're deeply affected by the fires. Orange County is doing the best we can to help the victims of the fires. We can only do so much.
We sent engines up there too.
Yeah, we sent engines up there. We sent, didn't we? We sent so much supplies.
Yeah.
The restaurants here, we had a couple days where if you ate out at specific restaurants, where the restaurants would then donate that money to victims of the fire. But tragedies like this are so massive and overwhelming that how is California going to recover from this anytime soon?
I don't think they.
I don't see an end.
My question is, why this is not like a new thing? Like not the fires, but like the robbing, everything. Like how are people not so fed up in LA about this? Like it just seems like it's just par for the course. That's what happens in LA. Like I'd be livid. If I was worried about going into my garage, like people following me, I'd be like in like a $20 million house.
Right.
I'd be like, what am I paying for? Like what's going on?
Right.
The only thing cities are responsible for is logistics. Like the one thing you pay taxes on and you're like, okay, I'm gonna pay taxes. I wanna know if there's police and they're fire ready to go.
Right.
That's the number one, that's the baseline.
But you also have to have that for your insurance. You have to have like a security system that directly calls the police and the fire department that can come instantly if there's a problem. So
Right.
if they come in 2 days, you tell your
They'll be there in
insurance
2 days.
carrier, they gave me a 48-hour hold time.
Can you just picture the hold music? It's all ding, 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 ding.
Your insurance carrier's like, well, when did they
be
get
right
there?
with you.
Oh, they got there 2 days later, but that wasn't my fault. I mean, whose
Your
fault
number,
is that?
27,205.
But you can pick what kind of music you're going to listen to.
I mean, we laugh about it, but this is a serious freaking problem for California. And people are
It's for LA.
Yeah.
Like I don't think like other cities like don't have that. I don't.
We're not there yet. Orange
Right.
County is.
I don't
pretty
think. I don't. I
safe.
San Diego. I'm not sure about San Diego. I'm not
So
sure.
Diego's
what do you
safe.
guys think of people moving out and moving to Las Vegas? They're moving to, I mean, Vegas is huge right now. Why are people
it's
moving to
huge.
Vegas? You're,
Yeah. Yeah, so I sell real estate. in
why
Vegas.
why
I
are people moving to Vegas?
You know, Vegas is actually becoming a legit city now. Back in the day, it really wasn't. But now we have, you know, they have the football, they've got the arena, they've got, I mean, it's a legit city.
It's not just it's not just a strip.
It's not just
Yeah.
a strip club anymore. And, you know, and
Strip club.
Just a strip club.
I mean, there's a video.
Jeez.
no. But I mean, so, and the taxes are cheaper, you know.
Way
but-
There's no
cheaper.
state. There's no
There's
state
not-
tax.
yeah.
So,
So-
yes, you have a lot of people, and I'm fortunate enough because I have my clients in Vegas and here, and they're just going back and forth.
Yeah.
We pay 13% taxes here. It's
Could be the
highest.
weather. I don't think people. I mean, it's different weather. When it's cold, and when it's hot,
It's hot.
But I heard
It's
that Vegas also is going to house a lot of production now, along with Texas.
Yes.
Did you guys hear
Yeah, Mark
that?
Wahlberg's opening a studio.
Mark
out there.
Wahlberg.
Studio there.
Is it in Vegas or is it in Texas?
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
They should.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
There's so much land. Why not?
no, I think it's
Yeah.
great because I mean, Hollywood to me. Let's talk about old Hollywood. Do you feel like we've lived the era and it's now over? It's kind of like beating a dead horse. It just get over it and what's happening now.
It's like when was the last time you went to a movie? I can't even remember
Oh,
the
I
last
don't
time I
even
was in a
know.
movie.
I went
Well,
to a
because there's no
premiere.
good movies.
Well, I mean,
I saw
Since
Gladiator.
COVID.
I think that they just they come out now sooner.
Yeah.
Like remember back in
Yeah.
the day, like the movie, and it would take like 10 years for it to come on video, right?
Yeah.
You didn't have streaming, but so it's
Yeah.
like now it's like you wait 6 months, you just watch the movie at home and
Yeah.
like in the comfort of your house.
But there's so much red tape for filming and production, and California has so much red tape on everything. I can't even believe the movie industry lasted this long here.
Sure.
I'm shocked. I'm like, because I mean, there's all these bigwigs there's so much government in everyone's pockets right now. I can't believe they even got movies made here because there's so much red tape. Like, there's all these fat cows up on top sitting there going, hey, you know, okay, I'll let you approve that street for filming. Give me like 20 grand. You know, everyone's taking their, you know,
Their
by the
cuts.
time the movie's like, oh, it cost $20 million and it looks like it was a COVID movie. You're like, that had 2 actors in it in one street.
Dude, the
You know.
COVID thing, like.
That's,
Oh,
Like,
God.
I cannot believe that Biden on his way out, the last 2 minutes of him in office, pardoned Fauci.
Okay.
Like, what is going on?
Wait, I didn't hear this.
Yeah.
He
Oh, yeah.
Fauci also?
He pardoned Fauci, pardoned Chuck Schumer.
Hear that?
No, I thought it was just his kids.
No, there's kids too, but he pardoned his whole family.
But isn't that a guilty plea?
Yeah, I was saying,
It
why
is.
wouldn't you
Yes.
pardon someone that's innocent? Like,
So did you
yeah.
see the video
Oh
of,
my God,
of
Fauci
Barron
got
Trump
pardoned.
leaning into Biden?
What did he say?
No.
What do you think he said?
Okay, I saw this from a lip reader that said he leaned into him and said it's on,
Oh, that's.
and you can
Really?
see
His
his
whole
lips say
face,
it.
and then Biden's face goes.
just went.
It just like totally converted. Like,
Someone
yeah.
said he said you forgot to pardon yourself. And then it was pretty funny though. Like he was like badass when he did it. He leaned into him. And
Oh,
said,
his
"It's
son,
on."
right?
Yeah, his 18-year-old.
Who's
son.
Yeah.
like 6'4".
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think of what do you think of Trump's daughter? Because everyone's
Ivanka.
speculating Ivanka will be the first woman
I
president.
think she's beautiful.
She's beautiful. She's
Stunning.
smart.
I think she hates politics, dude.
I think
Really?
she does too.
She has stayed so far out of the fray. Have you seen? Did you see her during the last Trump stuff? Not really, right? She kept herself out. She wasn't like doing interviews
Yeah,
and like.
yeah.
I don't even think she was part of the White House like last term.
Really?
I don't think she was. I don't think she was like because Jared Kushner was an advisor
Yeah.
and like all those guys, and his sons obviously. But I don't remember seeing her. You know.
So you don't think that she's going to become more heavily involved? What do you?
I think she's just. I mean, it really depends on how Trump plays the next couple of years, right? If he could mellow out the Democrats a little bit in terms of like they're on everything, like the Elon Musk, like the Hail Hitler thing.
Did you see that?
Like, come on, like the guy's like the number one
see that?
supporter of Israel, like
Where Elon Musk did
Yeah.
where
That's
he's
so
like
dumb.
he's like from my heart.
Are you
and
sure
he's-
that wasn't AI that made him look
No,
like
he-
that?
no,
he
he
did.
did it. He
But
did
he's
it.
just he's like he has Asperger's, right? So he's already
a little-
awkward in general,
Yeah.
but like they really just annihilated him on that. And it's like come on. Like everyone knows that. I mean the guy's
Yeah.
like the biggest supporter of Israel.
Yes.
And you think he's just gonna throw a Hitler salute out like
Yeah.
just for shits and giggles? Like I don't
Yeah.
so they keep coming after him. And
Yeah.
then not only that, but on X he put all of the, because it's like when you kind of like, hey, it's from the heart, it's like I appreciate you, like,
Yeah.
and that's just kind of what he did. But he showed all the other politicians do the exact same maneuver. Like they all went like that.
Yeah.
And so it was just, poor guy. I feel bad for him, but I don't think he really gives a shit.
Well, I think right now we went so far woke that I think that there's just, and it's almost, for me, it's a little unfortunate because we went so far one way where you couldn't talk about anything without being the threat of being canceled, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I never cared about being canceled because I can't cancel myself. But there are people that work for networks and work for people that they will get canceled if they say certain things. Newscasters were getting canceled. Everybody was getting canceled. And now it's like we got these people on one end that are just, now it's like gung ho Trump.
Yeah.
And then they're just against the woke people like this big force. When really it's like, okay, let's just forget it. Let's all figure out what the economy is doing wrong and fix it together. Let's stop smashing people for what they used to say and what they used to do. Yeah, everybody was wrong. The canceling thing was crap. The million genders, yeah, that was wrong too. Whatever.
There's 1,000,001.
But let's figure
Either
out,
one.
like, I think it's the new way is going to be who's qualified.
Yes.
Well, that's
I
how it
think
should
the
be.
qualifications of running a government or a business or an airplane.
Wait, that's common sense. That
I
can't
was gonna say,
happen.
yeah.
You know,
Not gonna happen.
And I'm really excited that I think that we went extreme one way and now we're, I'm hoping it's not an extreme another way, but it just smooths itself out to where it just functions and the leaders of this country can come together, whether you're Democrat or Republican, and help run the nation right. Because when it comes down to it, America is built off of businesses, relationships, people, leaders, not dictators. Dictatorship never works. It's proven. And so I'm just hoping that with this new administration, we can run the country like a business and make money for America and bring back the money to Americans to where people can eat, people can live, people can start getting up in the morning, and when they go to work, they know that dollar is not going to get taxed 500 times. Like, what do you guys think of the tip tax that he's trying to take away?
That's great.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
That's how it should have been. Like, I think your point is actually very valid. I think the way it's coming around is that you got big tech, which I feel is a complete corruption of the system. Like, big tech is responsible for all of our problems, right? If you think about it, like the censorship on the COVID stuff, the origins of COVID. If you said COVID came from a lab, you got kicked off Instagram.
Right.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And now it's like the CIA just came out and says, we think that COVID came from the lab. It's like, what? Like,
yeah.
you just censored millions and millions of people, kicked their whole platform off for something that was actually valid, right? And I think with Mark Zuckerberg coming out and saying he's getting rid of all the DEI stuff and like he's getting this more macho.
Okay, Mark Zuckerberg, explain this to me. He was so,
right.
Everyone shut up, I'm censoring all of you and I'm shutting your accounts off to, oh, now I love Joe Rogan and I'm
Well, he put
freedom of
Dana
speech.
White on his board of directors for Meta.
What's going on?
This is what
I
What
like
was
to
the
hear your
change?
take on it.
this is what I kind of was saying. He started doing jujitsu, right? This is my opinion.
Started wearing necklaces.
Well, he started being
got
cool.
curlier, bigger hair.
So he wanted to be
Dirk
cool.
Diggler style.
Once he was doing jujitsu, he wanted to be.
Twang, chicka, chicka, twang. Sorry.
What's going on?
Little
I
sidetrack
was just
there.
picturing
Are you guys all right?
Mark Zuckerberg playing Dirk Diggler.
Wait, what?
What?
He's got the chain, he's got the curly hair, jujitsu.
So he's doing jujitsu. So he's trying to bring back the alpha energy, right? Which I think is great because, like, if you were an alpha male a couple years back, like you were like canceled. Like no one wanted alpha males. Like everyone was like, and like so you're like this alpha male, and like so I feel like the jujitsu kind of got him into being more wanting to be cool, like the chains, and like he wants to do fights and like. It's hard to fight as a beta male, like how to, to wrestle around in jiu-jitsu. So he started getting in with the MMA and the UFC and stuff. Like he saw that Dana White doesn't put up with shit. He'll tell you right away, hey, shut up,
Right,
Right. And I think, and he put Dana White on his board of directors for Meta. So he came on that whole shift, which I think is going to be great because now you don't have to, I don't think you have to worry about getting canceled off of Meta or Instagram or Facebook or whatever. And then you have Google and all these big tech companies that donated $1 million to Trump's inauguration because now they know, like, they're back on the Trump train. Like, you need to be on the Trump train at this point. You got a mandate, right? So I think your point is actually very valid where we're coming back to the common sense where it used to be. Like,
Yeah.
you could say what you want without, I mean, like,
I think it took an extremist like Trump, who's like really out there, just super aggressive. I mean, he's like aggressive, okay?
He's mellowed out.
But it took somebody like him to kind of just sway it a little bit to where it could hopefully even it out where it doesn't go extreme.
Right.
I mean, there's extreme Trump people, great. There's extreme Democrat, whatever. I'm just saying, it took somebody like Trump to like wake up the
Yeah.
country to go, oh, wait a minute, California is burning itself down. You know, we don't look at our leadership in California. We are a prime example of how not to lead
Yes.
a community. Go ahead.
That's what I was saying. Like with, like when Trump visited California, Newsom is sitting on the bottom of the stairs waiting for Trump to come down. If I were Trump, I would have came down the other set of stairs. Like just to screw with him.
Or like slid down on your butt.
Newsom's just sitting there like, woo, you know, like he's like his hands in his
Better than
pocket, you know,
good.
just rubbing his hair and like. But when he came down, he's like, he has to have federal dollars at this point. So.
Peyton, are you saying hi? Hi, Luke. Wait, we can see you guys. We can see you guys commenting. This is our first live on YouTube.
So he's got to have federal dollars. So I think they all want to work with him. I think it's like what I find amazing is that the Senate or California State Senate was worried about Trump proofing they were voting on a Trump proof ordinance during the fires.
They were?
Yes. That was part of their agenda was they wanted to make sure that California was Trump proof.
Was just,
I'm telling you on this during
What?
the fires, right?
Okay.
Like Congress was focused on Trump-proofing California, so that the immigrants and all that that the local police didn't have to cooperate with the federal police to get rid of illegal immigrants and
Wow.
stuff. So, but I mean, you're not concentrated on the fires. Like, do you think that
Yeah.
that's the appropriate time to do
Right.
that?
Okay, so let's talk about the borders. I'm curious about this. So I know this is a big, tough subject, but this is the week. This is the time to talk about this. And we're only getting into all this because I feel like I'm missing out. I love my gossip and girl talk, and I love getting into all the nitty gritty. I love all the juicy gossip and all the tea that you need. But sometimes there's a time and a place for it. And I think that with the fires and with everybody's houses, burned down, with the new administration coming in, we gotta say something. We can't say nothing as a group, as a show, as a TV show. We just can't say nothing. So, I mean. Right now, I feel that we unfortunately let our veterans down by letting them literally sit on the street while we let a bunch of illegal immigrants in. And then we gave immigrants cards for health care, room and board, just
crazy.
like overnight. And our veterans are sitting there homeless on the
crazy.
street with PTSD and they need help.
So
What do you think we're going to be doing? Are we going to be deporting and then? I mean, Keith, you're really big into government, and the only reason why we're talking government is because you're here today.
Oh.
But you plan on being here a
you're
lot.
Sweet,
So,
how sweet.
but I want to know your take on what are we going to do about our veterans versus the illegal immigrants?
So Pete Hegseth, who just got appointed to Secretary of Defense, is a straight veteran. He is like a war fighter veteran. Like the guy has been in numerous, I think he's went to Afghanistan. I want to say he went to Iraq, but the guy's like, 40 something years old. Like, I'm not sure if you've ever seen him. Like, he is going to fix that. I mean, the Pentagon lost $4 trillion in their life. They can't find $4 trillion. The IRS wants to know what you did with their $600 when you Venmoed someone, but the Pentagon
Oh my God.
gets away with $4 trillion of lost money. Like, Pete Hegseth, I was so excited when he got nominated because he has no political bearing. He was a Fox News host, but the guy is all about veterans. He's all about veterans. He thinks that, the DEI has to get out of the military. Like, the military was doing these ads for DEI. Like, oh, if you don't know what gender you are, come join the army. Like, why would that have any bearing in the military? Our military needs to be a fighting force. It doesn't need to have, you shouldn't be scared of, like, well, is it a boy? Is it a girl? Like, it's like, you need to be fighting. Pick up a gun and fight. Like, that's your whole military, right? But Pete Hegseth is going to fix all that for sure.
What's it say? Read this screen. What does it say? Tell Coda I said hi.
Oh.
Oh, hi, honey. Coda says hi back, by the way. So today, if you're just tuning in, we are going live on YouTube. Last week we went live on Instagram. We had some latency issues. We had some tech issues. We're trying YouTube today, but we're also going to do post-production and repost it so you can continue to comment, continue to tell us all your opinions on our opinions today. We have new people in the house. Hello, we have Frances.
Hello.
She is an amazing realtor here in Orange County, California. She's going to give us regular weekly updates on what's happening now in real estate as well as local news. We have Tiffany Sowersby, who's wonderful. She's also in business, who loves to talk with me with pop culture,
Just
drama.
got back from Mammoth at a
She
big
just got
trip.
back from Mammoth. Yeah, she.
Tell us about your trip, Tiff.
Straight from the snow.
We've got Keith Neuberg, who owns Cryo Innovations. He's been a local entrepreneur here. We're also going to have local entrepreneurs onto the show. So live at 5 will be every Monday, and then Fridays we'll release our pre-recorded interviews as well. So just so you know. So let's continue. But so let's talk about as far as the tariffs that they want to put on import and export. How is that going to affect the average American?
So did you hear what happened with Colombia?
Yes.
Okay. Did you know
No,
about that?
Yes.
I didn't.
No.
Oh, you
Okay.
did? Oh,
Do you want to?
no, you said.
So,
Great.
So we sent 2 military planes with deportees back to Colombia. Colombia president said, nope, not landing here, right? So they were sent back to the United States. Trump, within 30 minutes, got on X and said, if you do not accept, he just said, starting immediately, we're imposing a 25% tariff on all Colombian goods. In a week, it'll be 50%.
Yeah.
Okay, like he's like, all people from Colombia will be double searched through CBD, through Customs and Border Protection, and backgrounds double verified.
Yeah.
And like within six minutes,
It was awesome.
the Colombian president
Yes.
not only said, we will gladly accept the deportees back, but I'm going to send my plane to go get
Private
them.
plane.
Oh, wow.
6 minutes after he said
Yes.
that.
When was this?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Oh, I
yeah.
missed it.
Yeah.
And everyone
it
on
was awesome.
even CNN didn't even have enough time
Wow.
to say, I can't believe he's going to impose 20%.
Oh, wait, it already happened.
Okay, can you explain to the audience tariffs? Why are they so important,
So-
and why does Trump think tariffs are so vital?
It's not. It's a leverage, right? Trump is a business.
What is a
guy.
tariff? Explain that.
A tariff is a tax that they put on an import or
Okay.
export, right? So,
So if you have coffee from Colombia,
right, and that's what they're worried about, right?
She's worried about the coffee.
But I tell you what,
not the cocaine. Can we put tariffs on cocaine?
they can't. So but the tariffs. So like Trump, I think they made said, okay, well, are you willing to pay an extra 25 cents on your coffee? Like, no big deal, right?
Yeah.
But the leverage that he had to get those planes to land was even better. Like,
Yeah.
he's not gonna. I mean, he doesn't like the Gulf of America versus the Gulf of Mexico thing, right?
Yeah.
So there's a conspiracy theory that says that the reason why he changed, or he wants to call it the Gulf of America, was because the last couple minutes Biden put this restriction on drilling all of the Gulf of Mexico. So Trump's like, okay, well, we're not going to be drilling the Gulf of Mexico. We're going to be drilling the Gulf of America. So I just thought that was funny, but I'm not sure if that's the case or not.
Well,
So tariffs are like, they're good if say a country's not taking your imports, say we're taking a bunch of stuff from China and China's not taking ours, we tariff China's
like a
imports.
sanction.
It's a sanction.
Yeah.
And so to equal it out, say we'll release the tariff if you guys take more imports from
Right.
us.
Okay.
It's a leverage, and that's all he does. Trump is a business guy, straight.
yeah.
So you're gonna hear in the next 4 years, I can't believe Trump did that. He's like, the guy is a chess player. He's not playing backgammon or chess.
Yeah,
right?
he's not playing
checkers.
checkers.
Yeah.
He's playing 4-dimensional chess.
So talk to me, since you seem to know a bunch about this, Keith, and we're now into this whole election thing because it just happened. When he keeps saying "drill, baby, drill," it's pissing every environmentalist in their mother off. Like every environmental group is like, ah! Now everybody's wearing fur. If you notice, all the celebrities don't care
they don't
about
care.
saving animals.
No.
Nobody cares about animals anymore. Like the fur is out. Did you see the celebrities what they're wearing these days? So we're like drill, baby, drill, and fur. We are going to be like the we don't give a fuck nation.
I think that there's a show on Netflix, which I highly recommend. It's called Landman.
Oh my God,
I love
It is
Landman.
so good.
So
we all
good.
watched it.
And so
Two hot girls.
props out to Michelle Randolph too. You know where to get a hold of me.
Is that the 19-year-old?
She's 26. She's 26. So no,
both-
so
the mother
but
and daughter are both
Landman it's very accurate. It's like oil is everything. Everything. Like, we can't get rid of oil. It's impossible. Your makeup, everything you're wearing, like it's just
Diddy
your nail
needs
polish.
oil.
Yeah,
I mean, just
Diddy-
keep it going.
What did
Thousand
Diddy do
bottles.
without
Petroleum? He used all of our oil last year. We're
now
in
that
oil shortage.
now that he's not purchasing any more baby oil, I think there's more oil for everyone else.
Leave some for the rest of us, Diddy.
Gas prices went down. Did you see that?
Yeah.
They're like, for some reason, it's that slippery slope talking about that one.
So, but yeah, so oil's involved. Like Landman is a good example because people don't really realize what petroleum has, like how much grasp it has on our culture. Like it's not like a fad. Like
I heard
it's-
I heard that they're taking away the mandatory electric car or
yeah,
something.
he did away with that.
they did away
He already
with
did.
I'm glad.
Part of his 120, 190 executive orders.
Because I was like, I'm keeping my gas cars. You're never going to get me to get an electric.
Think
My
about-
brother went to the dark side, Andrew. Got a Tesla. And I'm like, they're going to shut it off whenever they don't want you to go somewhere.
Right.
Think
All the
about it.
But
grid.
think about the fires, right? Like just use that as an example. You have what? A couple thousand people displaced. What if everyone had an electric car?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What if the fire trucks were electric?
What if? But what would you do? You can only go to a certain amount of places.
Yeah.
Like there's only 6 Tesla chargers. Where's
Right.
1,000 people gonna?
And they're going to blow up because of the fire.
If it's in the fire, right? But I mean, if you want to, like my mom, and I think she's actually watching. But hi, mom. So
Hi, Keith's mom. We love you. Thanks for letting us have
if
Keith. Thanks for gracing us with Keith's presence.
So, but my mom has a Tesla, and she's very, so she only charges a certain amount. And I told her last time I visited, I said, what happens if you have to go somewhere? Like, what happens if there's an evacuation? You're limited to 180 miles.
yes.
And that's it. Like, I'm like, keep your damn car charged the whole thing. Don't like space it out. So, but I think the electric thing is going to be a more novelty at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I like electric cars. Like,
Yeah.
you ever ridden in a Tesla?
But
It's fast. Like, it's cool. Like, it's.
It's like a freaking mouse.
Yeah.
Here, where's my
Hold on.
mouse?
Have you driven a Tesla?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You step on the gas, you can't even like grab your breath.
They
Like,
actually
it's-
make me nauseous. They say there's a small percentage of people
you
that get in a
gotta ride in
Tesla.
the front seat.
No, I literally get sick.
the
It's because you're in the back seat.
If I Uber,
Tiffany, you have to be
that's-
sitting up,
that
not
is-
laying
no,
down.
that
You
is-
gotta be laying down.
Guys, that is
You
not
gotta
true. And every time an
sitting up.
Uber shows up, if it's a Tesla, I'm like,
No, you don't.
I
You
do.
set
I
them
get
away.
sick. I get seriously sick.
'cause
It's
it's
like
so-
it's something about the
jerky.
acceleration.
Yeah.
It just I can't do.
You know what it is like in a Tesla, there's no gears, right? So it just goes.
Yeah.
Like in a car, you go, and it's like you move, like you could feel the shift
get a-
of the gears. Tesla, just step on the gas, the thing goes. Like
Yeah,
no-
same with Ford, GT, whatever, come on.
But it's still but it's still you can
yeah,
hear
the
the
torque
shifting.
is the torque
Yeah.
is there in Tesla. I agree.
I mean, it's crazy.
I have a question back to the oil, like Landman. What? So
Back to the landman.
Michelle,
That was-
no, do you know
That's a good show.
Is she always stuck
what's
on
the
landman?
difference between fracking and
So-
just drilling for oil?
Okay, so when you said drill baby drill, right?
Yeah.
That's what he's implying, like because
We
oil
want
is-
to be self-sufficient with oil.
you understand that it's not only the oil companies that have a problem with not drilling for oil. It's cosmetic companies that are now going to have to pay more money. It's everything you do, everything. Like this is all made out of it's like so everything is going to be increased price. So when he says drill baby drill, like all of the industries are happy about that, right? The only people that are not happy about that is like the environmentalists. Fracking is where there's multiple layers, right, in the Earth's crust or the core, I guess, or something like that.
Trying to squeeze the oil out
Right,
of
so
those
you
layers.
squeeze it out,
Yeah.
right, and you're squeezing. You're kind of like putting the pressure in there to squeeze it out and push it up the thing. So that's the definition of
Like
fracking.
a baby on a nipple.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
He's like, no.
it's kind of like.
I mean, so instead of like drilling instead of like drilling, it's actually putting pressure.
Yeah, you're putting pressure in,
pressure
from what I understand.
for the oil to go up. Oh, okay.
And so you're putting pressure in it, and you're pushing the oil out.
Pushing
I
it.
guess.
Okay.
And the negative side to that is it could be an earthquake or something.
Yeah, but I mean, most of the fracking is done in like Texas and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and that is the downside.
Yeah.
But
So what do you guys think of? Let's touch a little bit on seeding the clouds and
Oh, boy.
and no, manipulation of the sky, because they've proven that it's happening. Obviously, look at what happened in Dubai. They screwed up that one big time, and they just flooded the whole thing. They're like, oops, because they get greedy over there.
Yeah.
They want big or go home, so they were like, just do it. And then they probably just was like, are you sure, sir? If I push, are you sure? And he's like, give me the big one. So
dump it.
he had three choices. Give me the big one. Because, big boats, big
Yeah.
this, big that.
Bigger's better.
Bigger's better. Give me an
I
island.
feel like it was like the Austin Powers, where it's like two little buttons and then this one big one. She's all,
Bam, and it flooded all of Dubai. But what do you guys think? Do you need some more champagne, Keith?
I'm good.
No, okay.
Oh, why am I? I'm only one.
You're almost out. Yeah. You're,
Jeez.
I gotta catch up with you.
Yeah, mine if you want.
What's going on?
but I mean, what do you guys think of weather manipulation? Do you think we
Chemtrails?
should stop doing it and just let nature? Because it seems like the more we manipulate the sky, the more problems we're having. No?
I think it's still amazing that weather people can't predict the weather.
And they get paid.
We were
understand
just saying
this.
that. We were watching the snow report heading out to Math. No snow, no snow, no snow. It's dumping. I'm like, how do they not know that we weren't going to get dumped on today? It's like crazy.
I think there needs to be liability. I think there needs to be somebody held accountable. Because if you're planning a vacation or something, 10 days out, sun's shining, and you book it, and it's not right, I want to hold somebody accountable for that. Like Fritz Coleman, I'm on to you, dude.
Oh,
Dallas
my
rains.
God.
Your rain is up.
Yeah, it's the only job that you can have that you won't
Yeah,
you'll never get fired.
And you could be dead wrong.
Dead wrong. Yeah. You don't get
And
fired.
they're so excited about we got rain in the forecast. It's like, do you? I don't see any rain, dude.
So how do you guys feel? We live in Orange County, so we're very blessed to have a great environment of just uber cleanliness, high security, great leadership. I feel so blessed every time I wake up in the morning, because I'm like, thank you for letting this happen, right? What do you guys think is going to happen with, for me, I'm so proud of Newport Beach. I'm so proud of Orange County that I feel like, oops, sorry, Luke, I didn't mean to hit my mic.
Hey, easy there.
Jesus.
Don't you think they should learn from cities that are successful and duplicate that process across state line and then make other cities as successful? Like, why don't people copy cities that are successful? Why doesn't LA take note of what Orange County is doing? Why won't they? Why are they so resilient? Why are they just not like us? I don't get it.
Totally different philosophies.
Well, why?
Well, I think LA was built first, right? And then Orange County is come way after. So we learn from their mistakes to be better, not the other way around.
Like Irvine, right? Irvine's a good example.
Yeah.
Irvine, even though Irvine's have some major issues right now.
As of lately.
Yeah. So, but Irvine's
Wait, Irvine's having problems?
Oh, yeah.
What
There's some
happened?
was it corruption, right?
So Irvine, I want to say 10 years ago, was ranked #1
Yeah,
city.
safest
in the
city.
That's what I thought it was the
nation.
safest place ever.
There's no
They
power
have-
lines in Irvine. Everything's
Right.
underground.
Great education, all the Chinese want
Yeah.
to move here for schooling and stuff. But now we've got some stabbings every
Yeah.
weekend and some
What?
weird
In
stuff.
Irvine?
And I think
thought
the
that was
city
Santa
does-
Ana.
No, the city does a good job of it. So let's say there was a
hide
murder
it, yeah,
in
they do.
Irvine, they will somehow take that murder and stick it in Santa Ana. They're
like, hold on one second.
there. No, I'm not even kidding you. And be like, Santa Ana's got problems. I'm not even kidding you. They do that because
That's
you never
gangster.
hear about it ananymore.
That is pretty good.
Yeah. But
Wow.
for some reason, Irvine's changing a little bit.
But I think that, instead of having ego like Newsom, I think that you need to just take the ego down a little bit, and you need to accept your loss. Like just accept your loss, learn
move on.
from other cities, accept that maybe we're doing something right and you're not. Take some advice. I know Will O'Neill, he had some great points when he was mayor for a very long time on how to run Newport Beach and how our leaders are running it so clean. And Newsom never took anything into account that what we were doing was right.
he-
Just kept
him and
saying
Will
we were
O'Neill-
wrong during COVID, everything.
Him and Will O'Neill battled it out. Like I
Yeah.
think Newsom mentioned Newport
Yeah.
Beach numerous
Yeah.
times. Like Will O'Neill's like, we're not closing the beaches during COVID.
No.
Like, we're not. Like there's no need
You
for
have to
that.
be outside and be healthy.
Yeah.
And so like Gavin Newsom, I remember they went head to head for a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but Will O'Neill he was a good leader, and Joe Stapleton is, he's been on this council for a while too.
Yeah. Well, we're supposed to get back on pop culture.
Oh, yes.
So we kind of.
By the way, P Diddy's house burned down.
Oh yeah, let's
Yeah,
talk
did it
about this
really?
whole P Diddy scandal. Let's get a little bit brighter. Okay, oosh. Okay, let's talk a little bit of drama, conspiracy theory. The P Diddy thing I know is old, but a lot of the evidence was burned in the fire. Is this a conspiracy or not? Yes or no?
Conspiracy. I mean, it was obviously, but it's not.
Wait.
The evidence they took out of his
They
house.
took it out. Where was
They
it burnt?
took it-
Was the
right.
police station burnt down? Like, I don't.
No,
Yeah, what-
they said that all the tunnels under his house were like.
But they already had all that information already.
Exactly, and they pulled all the evidence out. They're not going to leave it in
Right,
the
they're
house and
like,
go,
leave it-
we'll come back for that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think that's just funny.
Yeah.
stuff.
Did we lose the live?
No, we were gonna Google P Diddy's burnt down house.
Okay, let's get. Yeah.
But-
Google
but
that
doesn't
for
he have
us.
like mini homes?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna pull that up.
Torch it. What's that one on the right, Chad
It
Smith?
says surrounded.
He's actually probably happy that his house burned down.
Oh yeah, for
Right?
sure.
Dude, he's never
No
going
more-
back
no
to
more
it. What does he
evidence.
care?
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's
a fake picture.
That's got to be fake.
Oh, is that fake?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Wow. Hey, I feel like we're on Joe Rogan now.
I know.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
I feel like the firefighters were just like, I don't see fire. Do you?
Oh wait,
Yeah,
Sean
right.
Diddy. Oh my God. Sean
has
Diddy's
been
house is
spared.
spared.
So this could all
Spared.
be just nonsense.
No.
Has it been spared or has not
I
been
don't
spared?
know.
Oh wow.
Because Diddy wants it to be.
Anyway,
Diddy connected to LA wildfires.
There's no
viral
way.
theory
He's
suggests.
he's in prison. Light the match.
Like, yeah.
Come on.
Oh my God. Is there a fact check website that we can start
Oh,
going
Zuckerberg
to?
said he's getting rid of the fact checkers. He's
Yeah?
like,
I just, it's gonna
Who
be
said that?
crazy.
that was Zuckerberg.
Well, what's
no
his-
more fact checkers on Facebook.
Okay, so let's talk about censorship right now. So what do you think is going to happen with, now, like X, you take away all censorship, which I think is great,
it's
but
a community censorship.
But it's what?
They have community censorship.
What does that mean?
Not sorry, community opinion. So like, which is what Zuckerberg said he's going to do.
Okay.
So it's mostly like you have 100 people that say I don't think that's accurate. You just
like a
see those 100 people that say I don't think this is accurate. It's not like the fact checker going, this is false information. It's just you see a
okay.
bunch of people that say I don't think this is accurate
right.
versus 20 people that say oh this is accurate, right?
Right.
So you can make the judgment call. Go okay, well maybe it's
Yeah, yeah.
So what do you think is gonna happen though, as far as all the media and freedom of speech? The woke media is not really happy right now. I mean, they're literally living on the edge, mad as
Isn't it kinda
hell.
strange though, like they're getting rid of the censorship, but they're also getting rid of TikTok. And that's kind of the reason why they're getting rid of TikTok is because they're trying to censor.
no, they're not getting rid of it.
No, they're
I heard
not.
they
They're
are,
not getting-
though.
They're trying to sell it.
Not trying to like so the China has all that data, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like Snapchat. Remember when Snapchat first came out and like they're like, oh, move your face this way. I mean, it's like they're plotting your whole facial structure, facial recognition
Yeah.
database. China has the exact same scenario, but they just know everything about like, I mean, they know what kind of coffee table you have in your house. Like, I'm not sure what they would do with it, but so they just need a U.S. company to be held responsible for the data, so that they can say, okay, where's this data going, and we don't want it going to China. Right? That's the long shot.
Yeah.
Like Kevin O'Leary, they offered 20. The government has an opportunity. I think Trump said that they might want to put an investment on it. Kevin O'Leary had like a $20 billion offer.
And then the Beast, Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
I'm on my way. He has I can't stand when people take pictures in their private jets that they rent. It's like
know.
they're like, it's
I
like,
know a ton of those.
it's like, oh my God, stop. I mean, they're like, my jet, my jet. It's like, you have a seat.
You have a seat.
And you are a seat broker. You are not, you're like a seat salesman. It's not your jet.
That's funny.
Anyway, okay, so Mr. Beast is like claiming he's putting a bid on it, but it's billions. How much are they selling it for?
I mean, the thing I heard is worth 100 billion or something like that.
Yeah, but how could Mr. Beast
That's
put an offer?
crazy.
into
So what
TikTok?
was his offer?
I don't know. Hey, Luke, did Mr. Beast put an offer into TikTok?
We're gonna Google that right
Because I would love to Google it, but my computer is being funny right
And
now.
how much is
Right
that
away,
going?
Miss Vargas. We'll Google that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Titty says, did
I wish we
Mr.
had a
Beast
camera on you
Dynamo,
guys.
Baby Shrek? What?
No, we're hidden in the back here.
No, we want to see you next time.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like the wizard behind
We're
the
gonna put
curtain.
you guys in tutus.
You pan out to him. He's got the elephant hat on. He's got the horse head on.
Yeah, I'm not even dressed right now.
I know. Didn't you tell him to wear clothes? I thought this was like part of the
tried.
rules, dude.
I'm like the guy on the Zoom call interview who doesn't wear pants.
What, I can't see what it's saying.
What are we Googling?
Oh, from his jet. That's what you're talking about right there.
Yeah,
Oh, is that
Mr.
it?
Beast.
Is it weird
This
that
is
I
just a
don't
ploy,
know who this
dude.
guy is?
Oh,
Who's
there you
this
go.
guy?
I can pull it up.
Yeah, wait, can you?
Who's Mr.
Why is that
Beast?
guy popular?
I guess it will just.
Who's Mr. Beast?
Who is Mr. Beast?
You don't know who Mr. Beast
I've heard
is?
him, but I don't know what his whole history.
He's an influencer.
Yeah, he
he's
started
probably
off-
the
right,
biggest
he's the
YouTube
biggest-
influencer in the world.
There's
Oh
a
yeah,
special on Netflix about him.
yeah. He does just a ton of games and Beast games, and he's got
Beast
chocolate bars. And
games?
all
I have
Was he-
Beast games
was
in
he
my.
in-
Oh my God.
He do something like that.
I just give him.
Shit, this is him, right, Mr. Beast. Okay, so it says
even
he's
wanna
submitting, so
know.
he hasn't yet.
You are the contestant in the Mr. Beast game.
Yeah, but also he's doing Squid Game. He's doing like a
Squid Games, yeah, Squid
like a
Games.
Wait, what?
He just got engaged too.
Squid
Mr.
Game
Beast is
sort of-
pretty phenomenal.
yeah.
Okay, let's see what it says.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, I
big
like
word.
Mr. Beast. I've been watching all of his shit forever. Can't believe you guys don't know who Mr. Beast is. All right. Okay, so what do we got next? We've talked politics. Let's talk. What else do we got? Anybody else got it?
Tiffany's love life.
No,
yeah,
we're gonna leave that one
oh.
out. There is no love life.
So Tiffany, how is Mammoth, by the way?
Mammoth was fun. We went there, got snow on the day that we left.
Yeah, who'd you go with?
Sad. A bunch of friends.
Just a bunch of friends?
12 people.
None
The
of us,
weatherman said it was
none of
gonna
us
be
were
sunny.
invited.
No, it's fun. What?
The weatherman said it's gonna be sunny that day.
No, honestly, you guys, day 1, day 2, it was a little windy, it was a little cold. Day 3, it's dumping, and I'm like, I almost had to cancel this podcast because I wanted to stay for a day and actually
Oh,
get
but
some
you look so
freshies.
beautiful today.
Yeah, no. But it was great, you know. We're in the village. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I think I drank more than I rode, but anyway.
But you know what's funny about you? You never look like you drink. Your skin looks great
Definitely
24/7.
Regrets. But yeah, no. No, all those hot toddies, they just catch up. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, 1, now it's like 7. You're on the you're like, I don't even know if I should be riding right now, but it's fun.
Where do you like to go on vacation?
Me?
Yeah.
I just love vacations. I
Yeah,
don't care where I
exactly.
go. It's just like it's just like I'm on
Away?
vacation.
Says
Yes.
the wife.
Yes. Like, we just got back from Belize. We spent Christmas in Belize. And it was
That's rough. That's
it's a,
rough.
it's a little third world.
Yeah, it's a
Is
little
it
rough out
really?
there.
It's a little third
Is
world.
it really?
It's a little third world, but the people are super friendly.
I was totally joking.
No, but it actually is third world. So like we went to this like 5-star restaurant and we're driving through the third world country and I'm like, oh, and then like, oh, this is, so we pull in, we're like, okay, and we go inside and the food was amazing, the staff
Wow.
was amazing. We're like, oh, so it's fun. So I just like to go vacation anywhere.
Where do you like to go? Have you been out of the country?
Yeah.
Thank you. This guy
Oh, boy.
never, I've known him my whole life, and he barely gets out of the country.
Well,
Like,
You have a passport,
Listen.
right, Keith?
I mean, yeah, do
Are you legal?
Of course.
Have you ever left the country?
Defense.
Have you ever?
Of course.
When?
Well, I went to Florence last summer.
Oh, for
yeah, that's
wedding.
right.
Yeah, that's
Turkey.
right. Yeah,
Right,
okay.
that's right.
Maybe
Okay.
once in every 20 years, Keith leaves
Listen,
the
you know,
country.
it's when you run a business and you have like, as you know, it's like if you don't put out the fire. My mom always yells at me from on the phone visiting her because I'm like, Mom, if I don't put out this fire, it turns into a fight. It makes LA fires
Yeah,
like
but
that,
yeah.
like mini.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a big fire. It's like an inferno. Like
Yeah.
so, if I put it out really quick and to answer the call and put it out is a lot easier than having to deal with it. So I've just, you know, haven't trusted the companies to be able to do something without me having to make an immediate decision of some sort.
Yeah.
So now I've learned to kind of like.
You're an
make
adult babysitter for a
Yes.
Yeah.
while. Oh.
I mean, I got a Lindsay working for me. I mean, that's just.
But you got a great
I
team.
monitor her all the time.
Okay, so by the way, your cold plunge saved my life. I use your cold plunge every single day. I don't know if that's not healthy,
really?
right?
Yeah, totally. You can do it.
But I can only do. I just capped it at. I can't do less than 44 degrees and I do.
You can tell the difference between like 38 and 44.
Oh my God. Well, I feel like my boobs are going to freeze off.
No, that'd be fine.
And so I'm like, okay, is it healthy for, okay, so Keith, by the way, owns a company called
Innovations.
Snoop Dogg lost 500,000 followers
What?
after.
Performing for Trump. Yeah, because
Oh.
Okay, wait. Emergency alert. Snoop Dogg lost 500,000 followers after performing at Trump Crypto
are you
Ball.
sure?
Are you sure?
That seems kind of weird. I don't think so.
No, I believe it. I believe it.
They'll get him back.
but why?
They'll get him back.
But why?
Because he was.
Because Snoop Dogg made a comment that said during Trump's first term, he said, if any of you guys perform at him, you're a traitor, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to rip you. Like, and then he performs at his next
I mean, I think he's a little confused because didn't he go like sober recently too? He's like, oh, I'm not gonna smoke anymore.
No, that was
a ploy
that was
for
a
his
ploy
fire
for
pits.
his,
His
I was
fire
like,
pits.
I'm
Yeah.
not in
fire
the
pits.
house.
No
Yeah.
smoke because there was no smoke coming out of the fire pits.
I'm going smoke free.
Luke, how long do we have? What are we at right now?
We've been live for an hour and 2 minutes.
Oh, really?
wow.
Oh, dang.
Dude, this
we're
is how we
doing
went 2
good.
hours last time.
Yeah. So no, I mean, today we're just testing it again. We're gonna kind of keep doing live at 5, and maybe one day we will actually go live at 5. Right, next Monday we will be live at 5.
Right at 5, not 5:15.
Not 5:15. Today was a little bit, obviously a lot political, but we're gonna get more into, bringing some special guests on and, shooting the shit with some fun people.
I've got some fun guests coming.
Who do you have?
Everything I
Who
told you,
do you
I
have in
Wait, who?
mind?
I'm not going to tell you because I
You
want.
tried to bring one on today, so who knows?
Hey,
let us know
I tried.
Yeah,
You
but
didn't
you gotta
want to
let
know.
us know ahead of time.
Actually, you know what? I think that actually might be fun. That actually might be a fun scenario.
Watch
you
Liz
trust-
spiral. Just watch. No,
No.
not happening.
Who?
No, just
No, we
impromptu.
bring
Be like, I
it
got
on
someone in the
as a
parking
surprise guest for
My
everyone.
ex-husband?
What's that one guy that they claimed you were dating?
Jim Bellino.
Jim Bellino.
I would die.
Wouldn't that be rad? That'd be so funny.
Actually, okay.
We need to bring him
Jim and I
on.
would never date, but I don't know him. I just know that he sued Shannon, I guess, or something. So I'm loyal to Shannon, and I would never want any of that situation around me. So I should never have taken the date with Jim Bellino. Okay, in the
It
first
wasn't
place.
even a date. It was just going to A's.
Going to a
I love
restaurant.
A's.
Dude, but you not to be seen. Like you're like it's like
Oh.
you're trying to do a private
It's a
date.
quiet woman. You know.
It's
who
Quiet
it is.
Woman, but
Oh, Quiet Woman, yeah,
you know,
sorry.
I didn't even know what was happening. I was like desperate, like a desperate housewife. And I was single. Come on, you guys. Give me a pass on this one. It was not a good decision, but he's actually a nice guy, just not my type. It was that.
He gets more airtime than anyone I know on your
Not my
show.
type.
I know, right?
Well, that's
He's
because
just sitting there in his jacuzzi.
That's because,
like,
okay, first off, I broke up with my ex-husband who I had who gave me like cease and desist I couldn't talk about. Then the next guy I hire for Vargas Vodka, I end up trying to bang. He ends up in prison. And then I went Bellino. I'm like, this is not.
Your track record's not
This
good.
is my tracker's not good.
Well, you're getting yourself some penis.
So
nowadays.
now I got a little.
I
I got a little something right now.
I texted Liz the other day. I'm like, she wasn't answering my text. I'm like, what? And like a whole day. I'm like, you better be counting ceiling tiles right
Oh,
now.
there's Jason Momoa.
Wait,
Hey Keith,
he could come on
That's
any
why
can you
Hall-
bring
day.
He's
Jason
my hall
Momoa
pass.
on the next show?
Yes, Jason
please.
Momoa, if you are listening,
Oh, let me call it.
all the housewife fans in the world, so that we can lighten up
Somebody
this
knows
group.
his number?
We can talk about your
you know him?
pecs.
No, but he's hot.
twirly muscles.
Did you watch his testimony during the Johnny Depp Amber Heard?
Oh,
I
it was
didn't.
amazing.
Is it good?
Yeah, it is so good. He's like, and he was like, Johnny Depp's like knew I think he was gonna do it. She's like, he's all, so you and Amber Heard are actors? He's like, no, we're janitors. It was hilarious. And then he like comes up with this whole story. He's like, would you find her dangerous in any way? And Jason Momoa is like, well, I wouldn't say that, but there was this time we were in the pool doing this scene, and he's all, ha, ha, ha. Like, he's like, And then there was like this brown fish floating around, and the prosecutor, the plaintiff's attorney, he's like, what do you mean a brown fish? He's like, well, you know, Amber's turd. In court, he said this.
my
I
gosh,
swear.
how
You gotta
funny.
look it up. Jason Momoa's
That
interview.
entire trial was such a sham.
Well, I
was
feel like
so-
that's how the Blake Lively one's going
was
to go, too.
fabulous. It
From
was
the
fabulous.
Same
beginning,
bullshit, like,
you could
yeah.
tell she was just trying to frame him.
And then here Disney offered, because Johnny Depp said I wouldn't do another Pirates movie for $300 million, and then Disney just offered him $300 million to do another Pirates movie.
Did he take it?
I don't know.
Take
I didn't
it?
know that. Jay,
Okay.
hey,
That's something you
did
can
Johnny
Google.
Depp take the offer from Disney to do another Pirates movie?
I don't know, Keith.
Well, if you wore pants, jeez.
Oh, wait, we got one. Hi from New Jersey. Love your podcast. We love you too.
Thanks, Bridget.
Hello, New Jersey.
Bridget. Oh, that's an Italian name, right? We have to like look at this
Is it
little
Carpaccio?
screen. We're like,
I know.
Carpaccio.
I'm hungry.
I know, I'm sorry. I need food. I'll eat one of these bars.
yeah. Okay, so we want to give a big thanks to our sponsor, Vitabar,
Thanks,
Vitamin
Austin.
Bar. Thank you, Austin.
Thanks,
We love
Austin.
you. Eat Vitamin Bar. It's what do you say? There was no seed oils.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of protein there.
Yeah.
It tastes really good.
It actually tastes good.
Oh, wait,
It's a really
oh.
good one.
Yeah, superfood. We got who's in charge of our food now?
Oh, RFK.
RFK. So, you know, Austin, we're going to try and get this into the grips of RFK just so we can get some sponsorships for you. You are our world champion skimboarder. You've been a great supporter of Girl Talk, so we're a great supporter of your chocolate chip specifically.
Why do I feel like this is like I just have sort of like Liberty Mutual, where it's like Limu, Emu, and Keith. It's some sort of Girl Talk. And Keith.
This was supposed to be Girl Talk logic, and I'm like, I keep thinking, where's the logic in all of this? But you know, sometimes illogical is logical. So I can't thank you guys enough for being here. We'll see you guys next Monday. Thanks for tuning in this week to Live at 5 with Girl Talk and Keith. Tune in next week. Like, follow, subscribe on Instagram, and follow us on YouTube for the latest and greatest. We're going to cut this sucker up and we're going to redistribute it. So stay tuned.
Woo! Awesome.
Yeah.